Tonight on DC News Now, the strongest wind gusts from today are finally going to calm down tonight, but we'll let you know if there could be another burst of wind rolling in this weekend.
Holiday travel off to a bumpy start.
It's 2.5 hours right now, and I think it's going to be more.
We're live at Dulles Airport tracking flight delays.
Deadline day for the Department of Justice to release the Epstein files. A legal expert weighs in on those heavily redacted pages.
Strong words from DC's outgoing police chief.
How dare you attack my integrity, attack my character?
The powerful message to her critics.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for DC News Now at 9. I'm Susan Tran.
And I'm Chris Flanagan. We made it to the weekend Friday night. Take a live look outside right now on this windy Friday night. Northeast DC on the right side of your screen. This is the Basilica near Catholic University. And on the left, you can see our futurecast. The cold air returning tonight. The temps, they are dropping.
All right, we have meteorologist Damon Matson, and I was outside today when the sun was shining. It felt warm, and now you're saying we're heading back into the cold.
Snapping right back into it. I guess I didn't say this earlier. One of the bright sides maybe this one, maybe it rushed us into the weekend a little bit.
There you go.
Okay.
No complaints.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then
Headwinds there.
we'll take that one at least, because otherwise those winds were a headache out there, and they were certainly causing things to be a little difficult. If you were out and about, trying to keep those Christmas decorations tied down too was a task with winds this strong. And we just got an update too in Sibyllesville. One of our strongest gusts there in northern Frederick County was at 60 miles per hour earlier today, but coming in around 7:30, that gust was exceeded up to 62 miles per hour. And as you went north, you found those 50+ mile per hour gusts a little more often. Hagerstown, Westminster, for example, in Maryland. And then as you dropped south toward DC, still extremely windy. Gusts around 45 miles per hour out toward the Dulles Airport. Quantico, 47 miles per hour, and Martinsburg peaking with that wind gust earlier at 59. Now, at this hour, we're seeing less and less of those stronger gusts. We still do have a few of those out toward Kaiser, Martinsburg, and Leesburg, but the latest gust in D.C., just 24 miles per hour. So things are gradually calming down. We still have wind advisories right along the Pennsylvania-Maryland line, as well as high wind warnings there for the next hour, as those stronger gusts are expected to continue farther to the north. But that wind advisory has been dropped or canceled around D.C. and across the whole of northern Virginia and into much of the eastern panhandle as well. So that's a sign that things are calming down, but could we see another burst of wind as we head into the weekend? We'll have a full look at your forecast here in just a bit.
Damon, we'll see you then. Meanwhile, the wind gusts also causing hundreds of delays all up and down the East Coast. A live look right now at Reagan National and Dulles airports.
It is tough timing as we head right into the busiest travel days of the season. Airlines expecting some really large crowds this weekend. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us live there at Dulles.
And Daniel, you already found some really frustrated travelers.
Chris and Susan, the FAA put in ground delay here at Dulles because of high winds, and it averaged close to 2 hours at one point. A big problem for families trying to get to their holiday destinations, especially those with connecting flights, and that's all in addition to those long lines at the ticket counters.
For some, it was to be expected. For others, a shock, seeing the long lines at the United ticket counters.
It's insane out here, absolutely insane. So much traffic, so many people, It's crazy.
It's not just a wait to check in, but a wait to get on the plane.
It's 2.5 hours right now, and I think it's going to be more. So they just got another message that the wind's blowing pretty hard and to expect more delays.
FlightAware showing more than 290 delays Friday at Dulles. A lot to do with the wind, but for James Spellman on his way to Switzerland, it was mechanical issues.
It's a mess. United has delayed the flight from 5 o'clock to 7:40, and now they're saying techs sending it. It's not going to take off till 10 p.m.
Not everyone faced issues. At the other end of the terminal, we found some better luck. David Whitcomb looking forward to celebrating his 85th birthday overseas.
We figured in January it would be warm in Egypt, and it sounded like more fun than Florida.
And what would a trip to the airport be without a last-minute rush?
I'm about 20 minutes away from making my flight. Happy holidays to all.
AAA projects a record 8 million people traveling by air this holiday season in this about 13-day window that they forecasted for. If it's any indication of how long it takes to get through not only the ticketing but the security, make sure you get to the airport early this weekend. We're live at Dulles. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
All right, great advice, Daniel. Thanks. Meanwhile, new details tonight. Virginia State Police say 28 cars were involved in a series of crashes on 495 this morning. It's happening near Braddock Road in Fairfax County. You can see from this traffic camera all the cars there on the left side on the side of the road, along with first responder vehicles. 8 people were taken to the hospital. No one had life-threatening injuries. That crash remains under investigation, but Fairfax police say they note that roads were wet from the rain.
What a mess there. Developing now, the Justice Department is releasing part of the thousands of files tied to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
They include photos and call logs, some heavily redacted. It's another look at nearly 2 decades worth of government investigations into Epstein's sexual abuse of young women and underage girls. House Democrats have been releasing never-before-seen photos from the Epstein estate over the past several weeks. The DOJ acknowledges to Congress that the files release is incomplete and expects additional disclosures by the end of the year. Our Raquel Martin will have much more on the release coming up in our next half hour.
There are several photos of former President Bill Clinton with Epstein and convicted sex offender Ghislaine Maxwell. Clinton's spokesperson releasing a statement that reads in part, "The White House hasn't been hiding these files for months, only to dump them late on a Friday to protect Bill Clinton. This is about shielding themselves from what comes next or from what they'll try and hide forever." West Virginia's governor is asking that 2 National Guardsmen shot blocks from the White House be awarded the Purple Heart. Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf was critically hurt in the attack. He's since been moved to a rehab facility to recover. An award would be given posthumously to Specialist Sarah Beckstrom, who was killed in that shooting the day before Thanksgiving. Governor Patrick Morrisey saying the soldiers' actions met the highest and clear standards for the Purple Heart. Receiving one does come with many benefits, including prioritized health care from the VA, employment preferences, and even access to special scholarships. And for those killed, it is full recognition of their sacrifice.
They took my passion for being the angry black woman. I never, and never will, and never would have encouraged, intimidated, retaliated, or told anyone to change their numbers.
DC's outgoing top cop not mincing words. Police Chief Pamela Smith delivering a passionate speech during her walkout ceremony.
She spoke from scripture and finished with some fiery words there, offended at the suggestion she directs staff to manipulate crime data. DC News Now's Marielle Carbone has a recap of a farewell we will not soon forget.
Today's walkout ceremony was not open to the public, so no follow-up questions with the chief, but she was clear in her remarks. She did not and would not change crime data. The message to anyone doubting her? Well, take a listen. In her final address as chief of police, Pamela Smith spoke to a room full of supporters, family, friends, city leaders, and police officials.
I don't have to talk about what I've done in this city. May the work I've done speak for me.
But her message to others.
So I'm going to the Bible when I say this to my haters. F you. No, it's not a drop the mic moment. Watch me in this space. I forgive you.
Smith announced her resignation earlier this month, calling it a personal decision. And days later, the House Oversight Committee dropped this interim report. In it, accusations that Smith created a toxic work environment and pressured officers to manipulate crime data, making the stats look lower.
Never would I, Never will I ever compromise my integrity for a few crime numbers. I said it and it's on the record. Never would I compromise my love for God, the faith that I had in this city.
Smith started as chief in 2023. That year, the city saw 274 homicides. In 2024, the number dropped to 182. And this year, there's been 126 homicides.
The same folks who said in that report that they changed their numbers. The report is very clear. I did not direct anyone. You should investigate those folks.
And Smith's official last day is December 31st. Jeffrey Carroll has been appointed interim police chief. He'll be sworn in sometime in the new year. In the studio, Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
The Kennedy Center now has new signage, all within 24 hours of the president announcing his self-appointed board has renamed it the Trump Kennedy Center. Crews taking down the blue tarp to reveal the new name here, adding Donald J. Trump above the John F. Kennedy Memorial Center for the Performing Arts. The website also has a new logo. Many legal experts and the Kennedy family are challenging the legality of the changes, saying Congress needs to approve any official renaming. And one man made sure to protest his displeasure.
But how can this happen? That he can do this in the cover of a blue tarp? And there's no one here to witness this. This is history happening today, and we should all be shocked that a felon, a convicted felon, and a thug, and by all means a grifter, has just stuck his name on top of a national monument.
A Kennedy Center spokesperson says that the unanimous vote Thursday, quote, recognizes that the current chairman saved the institution from financial ruin and physical destruction.
All new tonight in the district, police are looking for two people who they say held up a store and stole more than $90,000 worth of goods. They're sharing these photos of the two suspects. Police say just before 8 last night, they walked into a phone store near the intersection of H and 9th Streets in Northeast. They allegedly pulled out a gun, forced all the employees into the back, then robbed that store. If you have any information, you're asked to contact police.
Now to a warning for shoppers in Northern Virginia. Fairfax County Police have found 20 skimmer devices. They were discovered at convenience, discount, and grocery stores all across the region. Now, police say that these small devices often blend right in with the legitimate card readers. They say it's really important as a reminder that when you're over at an ATM, gas pump, or self-checkout to look closely at the card slot and keypad to make sure it's not loose or mismatched. Check for any hidden cameras, hoping to capture your PIN. Use the tap to pay option if it's available, and be sure to monitor all your accounts. Coming up on DC News Now, an update on a violent shooting near a DC high school last year that sent bullet fragments flying into classrooms, grazing a student.
He calls his new drug price deal the biggest thing ever. How President Trump plans to lower costs.
Plus, you've done all that shopping, wrapping, and packing. Now you deserve some pampering. We're helping you stretch your dollar with some self-care treats at a discount.